everybody, and welcome back to another Final Fantasy stream. So, we don't have a whole lot of stuff left in the game. Might as well actually just switch over to the scene. It's, yeah, we have like 4 quests left in the game. And from what I've been able to see, there isn't a whole lot of stuff to do in those quests. It's mainly just talk to some people, go some places, have some stuff. So, yeah. Almost done with the Realm Reborn questline. I have said before, though, that I'm not planning on streaming the later parts of the game, essentially the Heavensward and Stormblood and Shadowbringers, and possibly if I keep playing Endwalker questlines, or not questlines, story questlines, MSQ basically. Not planning on doing those, mainly because it takes way too long to do those. Basically just doing any of the MSQs, and it is like, it's saying like, what, I don't even know how many streams has this been. Like, it's been around like 2 months ish in terms of its overall time, but in terms of streams, it's been what, 16 streams apparently of me playing. Technically, like 16 streams so far, 17 with this one, to basically just complete the Realm Reborn main story quest. And that is including some streams that are like 12 hours, and some, I think, 8-hour ones. Which of this, how long is this? Can I even see that in terms of files? 85 hours ish, because some of that is not main story quest. I know that there's one stream I did like, it's like what, 2.5 hours, no MSQ stuff. Like 85 hours to complete the main story quest. Pretty sure I could have done that a lot faster if I hadn't done it only while streaming. So yeah, that's one of the reasons why I'm not gonna continue with the MSQ. I have also said that I'm planning on basically toning down Final Fantasy streams after finishing up the MSQ, and basically just jump over to a different game, start playing that. I don't know what game yet, really need to figure that out, and I don't know how to decide on it, because I have like several games that I could play. Some of them long, some of them a lot shorter, I think. But I don't know which ones I actually want to play, or which ones people want to watch. So, and the problem is, since I don't have a whole lot of a following, I mean, I technically have like over 100 followers on Twitch, but that doesn't mean shit when I have barely anyone watching my streams. I can't really do anything like a poll or anything like that to really gauge what people want to watch. I mean, I could technically do it on, I guess, Twitter, but I barely had like 3 followers there, so not a whole lot of people to really get any information from, plus I think only like 2 of those people actually watch me. Anyway, let's enable text-to-speech, and I guess just going with this. Is a voiced cutscene, perhaps?
Though recent events weigh heavily on our minds, we must needs set them aside for now. We are come to a defining moment in Eorzean history. The grand commemoration of our joint defense of Ishgard, the first time in 15 long years that our people have stood side by side with our neighbors to the north to fight in common cause. This may mark the true rebirth of the Eorzean alliance. Failing that, it should at the very least serve to bring our nations closer together. We have every reason to raise our voices in celebration, do we not? We have bested Dravanians and Asians both. Against desperate odds, we have fought and won. But the primals still plague us, and the Empire still plots our subjugation. And our triumphs, remarkable though they are, were bought at a terrible price. Brave adventurers and allies, broken on the steps of faith. And before our eyes, in this very room, our dear friend Mo and Brida. This is the victory we have wrought, and it is as bitter ashes in my mouth. I would sooner stay here and invite those with more appetite to enjoy the feast in my stead. Alas, it is a royal banquet, and all of our allies will be in attendance. It is our duty to present a united front, that we might serve as a beacon of hope to all. It seems I have no choice but to take my own advice. I instructed the others to meet us in Ul'dah, that we might make our grand entrance together. Unfortunately, I had to settle for leaving Tateru and Lam in a note. If they do not return quickly, they will have to settle for whatever leftovers I can smuggle out of the fragrant chamber.
It did also look like there's basically no one in this area when they entered.
Off to the big soiree, Shauna. Raise a glass for me, or not. You don't look best pleased, lass. Something on your mind? By the navigator, Wilred's dead. Gods damn it. They must know they've been rumbled. I mean, Sod it? 'Tis past time we had this talk. After our last conversation, I got to thinking about where certain funds were coming from. So I had to dig around, on the quiet, and sure enough, I found it. Seems a fair bit o' coins made its way into the Braves' coffers courtesy of a Dodo Consortium, a daft name for a business if ever I heard one, which is what first gave me an inkling that something weren't right. So I went through the ledgers again, and found another half-dozen donations from organizations with stupid bloody names. Didn't take long to find the common thread, all were owned by the Mirage Trust. Oh, I'll give the bastard credit, he showed us up for the amateurs we are. Short o' Callan 1-0 his business is the Bloody Bribery Consortium. I don't know what more he could have done to mock our rules on financial contributions. The gods only know how many men owe the first and third Artakeen Teleges coin. But now we know as some of them are, I'd wager me right eye they're the ones what did for Will Red. The earnest young fool had taken to a skin the wrong kind o' questions. Bound to attract attention, he was. Should have seen it at the time, but I didn't, gods damn me. Still, I don't see what Telegy hopes to accomplish. He hid his scheme with all the care of a drunk pissin' into the wind. No, he's cleverer than this, so we need to be clever too. That's the only way we'll ever repay this debt o' blood. We'll purge every one o' them traitorous bastards from our ranks. On that you have me word. And Shauna, mind yourself when you're in Ul'dah, We're heading into a storm. I can smell it. The kind what'll sweep a man overboard and drag him under for he knows it.
Okay. So, some people have been saying so let's use money, it seems. Of course. Anyway, off to Ul'dah, the Royal Promenade. There's a bunch of people gathered over there. Looks like it's mostly also, but that's not a lot of help, but just like what, 3 people from XIV? Freedom Fantasy 14 is apparently the company's name. Anyway, let's see for rule. And over to the other side. Yeah, might be able to see it, but I think it was like yesterday. I basically ended up doing, after the stream, some a little bit of Palace of the Dead, and in one of the bags that I got, one of the like trove things, I ended up getting this little panda. There's a panda, which looks really fucking cute. I also learned something weird you can do with it. Apparently, if you target it and set up a key binding that basically like locks your target, or your target basically just locks you onto something, you can essentially use it like it's like in combat. It's like log onto something and then you move to the side. You just move around the thing perfectly. Can be kind of useful. If apparently you do that to this panda, you go backwards, this happens. Yeah. It becomes just spin. I mean, you can seemingly move any direction. It kind of just gets weird. Seems going like strafing to the right does this, and strafing to the left just does this, which is just a bit janky. It's just the same that happens if you just go to the left, and this happens if you go to the right. This is just backwards.
We have been waiting for you, Shauna. The celebration is due to begin shortly.
Now my eyes are starting to hurt a little bit because of all that like just stuff flashing before my eyes.
I had hoped that we might make our introductions together, but Mistress Mamadai just sent word that you are needed at the quicksand.
Okay.
We will go on ahead, Shauna. Pray join us once matters at the quicksand are resolved.
Give my regards to Mamadai, and let her know that I will call upon her anon.
Okay. I guess just down to Adventurers Guild then. Seems to be a bit of a collection of people down there. Okay, what does Mamadai need?
I appreciate you dropping in on such short notice, Shauna. I know you've got places to be, so I won't waste your time. You're friends with a crystal brave by the name of Aliene, aren't you? Former adventurer? Come to think of it, I'm pretty sure you recruited her yourself. Well, anyway, she came round for a meal not long ago, and before she left, she asked me to give you a message. Said if the others ended up dragging you to the feast, I was to see you got it before you made your grand entrance. Meet me at the station west of the Coffer and Coffin. There's something I must show you. A short message, I'll grant you, but she thought long and hard before picking those words. Barely touched her food, too. Under other circumstances, IDVE thought those signs of a troubled heart, but something tells me she ain't plannin' to ask your thoughts on a gentleman caller.
Okay. To Central Thanalan. Why does she want me to go out there? That seems a bit weird. It's kind of in the middle of nowhere. I mean, it's right next to the city to an extent, but still. Still like outside the city, why not inside? I wonder.
As you stand upon the platform, your thoughts begin to wander, and all too soon, the ghosts of comrades lost and enemies slain begin to file by your mind's eye in solemn procession. Clearing your head, you scan the horizon, but see no sign of Aliene. Straining your ears to listen, you hear the chatter of Kakirn and the buzzing of syrphids, but no approaching footfall. Sighing, you bow your head, only to notice the vial lying at your feet.
I just also noticed that thing. Faint light.
Shauna, is that you? What brings you out this way?
Orentius. Is that the wood whaler? Or former wood whaler? Don't think it is.
Lieutenant Aliene? Why no, I haven't seen her about. Had she come this way, I guarantee we would have crossed paths. I must have passed this spot a dozen times. We're to patrol the city's environs, on account of the royal banquet. Captain's orders, you understand. Speaking of which, isn't it about to begin? You should be with the other honored guests, enjoying your well-deserved respite. Pray return to Ul'dah, Shauna. If I chance to meet the lieutenant, I will tell her you were here.
And because she is dead. Something. And I don't do anything else there.
O Sultan Tree, hallowed spirit
of my line. Through my weakness, the glorious house of Ul has all but disappeared beneath the sands. For want of the strength to raise it up again, it were better that it fall. Forgive me, but I know not what else to do.
Okay. That guy just seems like the way that he interacted, or that just seemed weird. I don't remember where was Laurentius. Pretty sure he's a guy that we've interacted with at some point. Hey, give me a second, I'm just gonna quickly search his name. Try and avoid any sort of spoiler stuff. Okay, what's the wood whaler? Okay. had a feeling he was that. I'm just gonna fly down to the entrance, because that's basically gonna drop me right next to, or right in front of the Adventurers Guild. Yeah, it seems like he didn't completely quit being an absolute bastard. Even though he said he was gonna stop doing that. That's what it seems like. So what he basically did there was extremely, at least in my opinion, extremely suspicious. The way he looked at us and started talking in his communicator thing. I don't really know what they're called.
I reckoned you'd head straight to the feast after meeting with Aliene. What's the matter? No appetite?
This tiny glass container appears to have been used before, but to contain what, pray tell? Clouded vial.
So she wasn't there, but this was, eh? Let's see. Looks to me like an alchemist's vial, but beyond that, I can't say. Might be best if you hold on to it for safekeeping, though. Anirode, no use worrying about Aliene. I'm sure she'll turn up before too long, and when she does, we'll soon find out what this was all in aid of. Besides, you've got more important things to think about.
Okay. Harding glass. By mode I screen your star. Advise any higher.
Would you believe that, while you were away, another message arrived for you? Well, one did. One delivered by the Sultana's handmaiden, no less. Seems Her Grace desires a private audience. Her handmaiden will meet you on the royal promenade and escort you to the Sultana's chambers. So what are you waiting for? Go on, then. Go.
You needn't trouble yourself so. Your Grace is most kind, but it is no trouble to me, rather an honor. If your Grace is ready, I shall summon the Warrior of Light. I am.
Huh? Okay, so the handmaiden is doing something that she feels like would be an honor. But Nanamo feels like would be a burden, I guess. What could that be? Guess we'll probably figure that out in a bit.
Everyone looks to be in high spirits.
But let's actually just also do this. That way it'll just progress on its own.
With good cause.
A common victory may serve to unite even the most unlikely of allies. You've brought us one step closer to a united Eorzea.
Your modesty knows no bounds, Antecedent. Were it not for your efforts, Sir Emmerich would never have become such a steadfast ally. When he convinces his countrymen to rejoin the Alliance, we shall all reap the benefits, military and economic. I tell you, we are on the cusp of a new era of unity and prosperity. Territorial disputes are all that divide us now. But I have faith that we will find an amicable solution in time. And failing that, I'll have my trusty warrior of light box the ears of all concerned. Speaking of whom...
She will be joining us shortly. A matter at the quicksand required her attention, but it did not sound serious.
Okay, shorter cutscene than I expected. So up to the Royal Promenade. I'm kind of wondering, is it faster to go that way or that way around there? Honestly, don't know. Hey there, nerdy. Welcome to the stream. Or welcome back to the stream. I'm currently just doing some more of the main quest line, since we only had what, 4 quests left. Although I think we have 2 left now. Not sure. Yeah. Almost done with the Realm Reborn.
Thank you for coming, madam. Her Grace is most eager to speak with you. If you require a moment to compose yourself before your audience, you may have it. Or, if you are ready, it would be my honor to escort you to Her Grace's chambers forthwith.
Upon proceeding to the Sultana's bedchamber, several cutscenes will play in sequence. It is recommended that you set aside sufficient time to view these scenes in their entirety.
Okay, good thing that they let us know this. I'm going to assume that they are all voiced. Let's just turn off speech. And... oh no. Guessing something bad is gonna happen.
Enter. Your Grace, your guest has arrived. Pray, come in and take your ease.
Assuming we're gonna find out what it is that the handmaid had to do.
'Tis well that the steps of faith held against the Horde.
And what of the city proper?
We sustained some few losses, but the heart of our nation yet beats with vigor. I am not certain I could say the same had we not received your most generous aid.
An attack on Ishgard is an attack on the realm. We stand together or fall divided.
Such noble words after the fact.
I had hoped to speak in the presence of Her Grace, but it seems she has been delayed. That being the case, now would seem as good a time as any. Honored friends, pray allow me to convey Ishgard's warmest gratitude for your part in the defense of our lands. Tis upon the success of this very alliance that my recommendation to throw open the gates of judgment shall be founded. With the blessing of the Archbishop, it is my hope that Ishgard will soon be reunited with her long-estranged sister nations, and that Eorzea shall once more be as one.
Very well.
Is aught amiss?
Nothing to worry about. I shall return anon.
Something's probably wrong. He needs to keep it secret.
You wished a word, Yu Hase?
You may go. Your Grace. You must be curious as to the reason for this private audience. The matter I would discuss, however, will soon make apparent the need for discretion. I intend to abdicate the throne and dissolve the monarchy.
Okay, I think we already kind of knew that.
You have seen for yourself the storm of turmoil that howls through our streets. The government fails in its responsibilities, and my subjects suffer the consequences of our incompetence. But I will see them suffer no longer. The victory feast shall provide the stage on which I declare the dissolution of the Sultanate. 'Tis mine intent that the ruling class of our golden city should take its place beside the common man in a fair and equitable republic. No more shall this nation bow to the whims of a privileged few. Yet, that which I propose will entail the tearing up of this city's very foundations. And even Roban, with all his strength and influence, will be hard-pressed to keep his footing on such treacherous ground. Thus would I ask you to lend him a steadying hand. You who have endured the wrath of innumerable foes are the one hero in whom I can place my trust. Will you do this thing for me? I am truly grateful. More grateful than I can well express. Much of my dread for the coming days has been quieted.
What is happening? And Robot seems to have like a dangerous sense when it comes to his little Lalafell. Okay, this is a pretty fucking powerful scene. What the fuck? The amount of pain she seems to look in there. Holy shit.
Your Grace!
You're so angry, you're crying. I can understand that. I'm just more shocked. The fuck?
Grace, the Sultana is dead. poison in her wine? You did this!
Spare us your denials! I see no other suspects, and the room has but the one entrance. I hereby accuse you of regicide! Men, arrest this viper!
Sir, barring a few exceptions, we have detained all those with allegiance to the Scions. The Rising Stones is also under our control.
Holy shit.
And what do you hope to achieve with this mutiny?
Why, that which we have striven for all along, Commander. The salvation of Eorzea.
Surprised that Ravan didn't go, because it seemed like he kind of noticed that something was wrong.
Meaning of this?
Knights from the homeland. This cannot bode well.
Lord Commander, we have received an urgent message from the Holy See. I am grieved to report that your serpentine foes have resumed their assault. Needless to say, your presence is urgently required. These knights have come to bear you swiftly home to Ishgard.
A surprise attack?
We've had no such word from our men, and the timing is most fortuitous to catch us away from the city.
Most fortuitous indeed.
Lord Commander, we must away!
You have been a most gracious host. I hope that I might one day return the favor. Come, Lucia.
Something seems off about that. Maybe because of Jeleji's involvement there.
Whatever is going on in there? Ah, the ever-dutiful brass blades. I must apologize, but my dance card is rather full. Another time, perhaps?
Thancred, of the Scions of the Seventh Dawn. You stand accused of committing acts of espionage in service to the Garlean Empire.
Wait, what?
Espionage? What in the seven hells are you talking about? Ah, if you're referring to that business with the Ultima weapon, then you must understand, I wasn't myself.
Under interrogation, an Imperial prisoner revealed your involvement in numerous dealings with the enemy. We've also been investigating reports that you are a practitioner of forbidden arts. You'd best come along with us.
You invite me to your party and now you want me to leave? I do so detest receiving mixed signals. Come then. I believe I've lost my appetite for this farce of a celebration.
Okay.
You go too far, Lord Adeleji. By what right do you march armed soldiers into a royal banquet and eject state visitors without her grace's consent? You treat the brass blades as your personal army and show contempt for the throne with your every act. Leave us, now.
Is that an order, General? Mayhap you have mistaken me for one of your flames. You will find I am not so slavishly obedient. As you lecture me on personal armies. As for your outrageous claim that I have shown contempt for the throne, let all here observe that it was not I who feasted while an assassin removed its occupant. I expect this is your idea of defending the nation, is it? This and diluting our forces through these distractions in Cartano and Kurthis. I do begin to see how the ranks of the Immortal Flames came to be riddled with Garlean sympathizers. You are plainly unfit for command.
Wait, goddamn you. Your words make no sense. What assassin?
You mean to say you don't know? We caught the vaunted champion of the Scions in her Grace's private chambers, not moments after the deed was done.
No! No, this cannot be!
Save your breath. You will need it to plead your case. You and your entire order are to be tried for this atrocity. Bring in the prisoner!
Wait, he is also...
This woman stands accused of poisoning Her Royal Majesty Nanamu ul Namo and is suspected accessories to the crime. All members of the Scions of the Seventh Dawn will be detained for questioning.
Ilbred, you fucking bastard, I actually like you. I kinda like that guy. He seemed like a good guy, but now he's a bastard.
Who'd have thought your tale would end like this?
Should you
Seems like
demand
a
further
bastard.
proof,
God damn it.
a vial with traces of the substance used to poison her grace was found upon the assassin's person.
How very convenient.
You would speak of convenience? Who persuaded her grace to host this celebration? A diversion which presented you and your confederates ample opportunity to commit the crime, and a crowd within which to fade from view. A more convenient occasion I could scarcely imagine.
How dare you! After all we have done for Uldar!
Hold your tongue, witch! I'll not be ensorcelled! I know all about the dark gift that you and your disciples wield. Oh, yes. I've observed how you worked upon the minds of the Alliance leaders, bending them to your will. And what of your cordial relationship with Sir Emmerich? For years, Ishgard abjured all contact with the outside world, and now the Lord Commander of the Temple Knights treats you with the familiarity of a childhood friend. I'll tell you what I think. I think this desperate defense of Ishgard was but a ruse to deceive us into dividing our forces.
You always had a bad thing about
Your
Edelbert.
next move will be to charm your Kurthan allies into invading our lands. Now that is truly ridiculous.
I just think I never really saw it.
She cannot be dead.
Or Rauban.
Stand aside, Ilbert. I want to see the Sultana.
Spare yourself the pain, brother. I saw her with my own eyes. For a mercy,
you're not his
poison
brother.
took her swiftly. Her handmaiden can attest to that.
This cannot be. Nanamo. Nanamo. No!
Oh, Rauban. Ilbert, you're no brother to Rauban anymore. You're a fucking bastard.
Plainly, the Royalists can no longer be relied upon to keep our nation safe, and so it falls to the monitorists of the Syndicate to govern Uldar. But should you wish to help us, General, we would be more than happy to entrust the task of planning Her Grace's funeral to you. It seems only right that you should bury your precious Sultana, and we will be glad to be rid of that burden.
Fucking bad, just start to leggy.
I'll bet you will. You more than any man.
Whatever do you mean?
I mean you had her killed, you black-hearted bastard!
What rot! Though I did have sufficient motive, 'tis true. That young lady caused me no end of grief. She always was a most unwilling puppet. I dare say Her Grace was grateful that someone thought to cut her strings.
That fucking face, I could punch him so much. Holy
You
shit.
would mock her, then mock her from hell!
What? Holy shit. I mean, I don't blame,
Have you lost your mind, General? It is forbidden to draw steel in the royal chambers, much less slaughter our fellow syndicate members.
There's a lot of hell you'll allow me to murder him as well.
You're one of them. You've been in league with the Scions all along.
And I feel like most people would probably be like, yeah, we could probably kill Trilogy. He's a fucking bastard.
You're next to scheming bastard!
Holy shit, Rauban is fucking scary. Holy shit! What the fuck?
Oh, Rabong!
What the fuck?
Seven hells!
Admiral, we must leave.
What the fuck? Just fucking arms off. What the fuck? Holy shit.
How unlike you, old friend. I did not expect to take your arm so easily.
Take the Scions into custody. They have conspired to commit regicide.
Fucking hate
And
Lolorito as
arrest
well.
this
It seems like
traitor as well.
he seems like a bastard as well.
Gilbert, I hope you choke on their coin.
'Tis better than the dirt I've supped on these long years. We can't all abandon Alamigo and become great war heroes as you have. You are not the man you once were, Raban. Since that girl strapped the yoke around your neck, you've become docile. She took the mad bull and cut off his balls, and a bull that cannot rot is fit for naught but slaughter. Shall I tell you who really killed your precious Sultana? It was me.
What?
You die!
That fucking roll there, holy shit. Holy shit.
I never doubted you, not for a moment. But there is more to this than I yet understand. Flee this place. Clear your names. Find out who is behind this plot. It is the only way. Now go!
It's insane how good Raban actually fights, despite the fact that he essentially just like lost an arm like 2 minutes ago. Like, what the fuck? He must have some insanely high pain tolerance. Or it's just the adrenaline that's like pumping through his body that's doing it. I feel like he would probably have lost a decent amount of blood at that point.
Thancred, where have you been?
Avoiding the fumbling advances of some very persistent admirers. But when I realized the celebrations had turned sour, it seemed prudent to slip away and take stock of the situation. 'Twould appear that much of the city is already under tight guard. It occurs to me that expanding the Brass Blade's authority may not have been such a wonderful idea after all.
The success of this plan was contingent upon those thugs having the run of the place. Just how long has this scheme been in motion?
The careful preparations, the maneuvering of forces. I am inclined to agree with the General's insistence that a deeper plot exists here.
So, would I be right in thinking we now have an excuse to pummel as many brass blades as we like?
Unless you plan on pummeling them all, I'm not sure that will greatly aid our cause.
The Sultana's assassination was but one part of the scheme. We too were its targets. And though we did not share poor Nanamo's fate, we are yet hobbled by the charges laid at our door. Where now might we seek refuge?
Where indeed, we may safely assume that our foe is thought to have the Rising Stones watched.
Forgive me for stating the obvious, but our choice of destination will matter little if we cannot secure an escape route out of Ul'dah. Happily, I believe I can provide one. Papa Shan once told me about the passages hidden in the walls of the palace. If I recall correctly, the fireplace in Nanamo's chambers conceals the entrance to a tunnel. It should lead outside the city and allow us to avoid any messy confrontations.
She gonna pummel?
The rest of you go on ahead. I'll handle this lot.
Yep, she's gonna pummel them.
By yourself? I suppose I shall just have to join you.
Crystal Braves too, huh? Now this should be interesting.
Ida! Papa Limo!
We will hold our pursuers here. Hurry, now! Find this tunnel of Thancreds.
Minfilia, we cannot linger!
I mean, it doesn't really block the path to the other, since this entire place is one big circle. They can just go the other way if they want to.
Now look what you've done.
Get to see her eyes. Dude, that's the first time we've actually seen them.
Ida, are you all right? There are just too many of them.
I'm fine. I could do this all day. How about you?
Nearing the end of my tether.
This is so stupid. We're the scions of the Seventh Dawn. The ones who stand between this realm and the evil that's trying to destroy it.
And if you think we'll leave the stewardship of Eorzea to the likes of your masters, then you're sorely mistaken.
Sorry I dragged you into this, Papa Limo.
'Tis hardly the first time, and I'll be damned if it will be the last.
job, I'm guessing.
Let them have it, Ida!
I was hoping you'd say that.
Jesus Christ. What the fuck? Gotta say, all these cutscenes so far have been fucking great, but holy shit, there's also just a lot of information that's being thrown out there, like, oh yeah, this person is dead, this person has lost Nam, all these people are betrayers, like, what the fuck?
I never knew such a watercourse existed beneath Uldar.
The architecture is of the Sildine style, if I'm not mistaken. The ancients plainly foresaw the need for a ready means of escape.
As planes, perhaps?
This way!
Oh. Or,
Well,
yeah.
that didn't take long. It seems these tunnels were not as secret as I'd hoped.
You two go on ahead. Thancred and I will deal with this.
What do you mean to do?
Only that which is required to ensure that the dawn's light survive to brighten the morrow.
Fear not, antecedent. You haven't seen the last of these fair features.
My friends.
Leave us!
What is the plan, milady? Shall I take the dozen on the left and you the dozen on the right? The odds are not exactly stacked in our favor.
Numbers will count for little when I bring the tunnel down upon their heads. Though I cannot say I relish the thought of being entombed with you for all eternity.
You wound me. I will have you know that many a maid would kill for the chance to spend forever at my side. Now, may I have the last dance? Well, this is going splendidly. Now would be a good time, milady!
"'Tis done.
What the fuck is that?
Forgive me, Mitra.
Isn't that thing where she wants, like,
Farewell, Ophelia.
the whole thing, like, fall down? Is that it? I guess that's what she was trying to do. Even the tunnel.
Heidelin, she speaks to me. No. I must remain behind, but you cannot stay with me. Please, you must go on. You are the warrior of light. You are hope for the Scions and for all the realm. As long as your flame continues to burn, the light of the dawn may ever be relit. You must escape and save Eorzea from those who would plunge it into darkness. "'Tis the only way."
Okay. Ah, that place.
I am glad to see you safe, my friend. What of the others?
Who's Lalafell?
Damn that man! Taleji played me for a fool! I thought the Crystal Brave's mine till the very moment I felt the blade at my back.
There will be ample time for soul-searching later. For now, we must put some arms between us and Ul'dah.
You're not supposed to know who that is. Second, I think I recognize one of those people.
Well, would you look who it is? Need a ride? I doubt it'll be half as exciting as the last trip we took. Not if I have anything to say about it anyway.
If I'm not mistaken, I think that's the guy we met at the very start of the game.
Let's not dawdle, eh? All aboard!
Did not expect to see him again, like near the very end of the Realm Reborn main story quest. This is mentioned from the beginning. I kind of had a feeling because, like, when the cart like started moving past us, like saw him for like a small amount of like for a split second, I was like, that looks like him. Yeah. Kind of surprised that he's back. I thought it was just gonna be like, oh, there, he's like a slight introduction as character, and that's it.
I was stocking up on supplies over in Vesper Bay, you see, when your sister come up and begged a favour. Said her brother was having some trouble down in Ul'dah and likely needed a helping hand getting away. Thinking them ruins would make a fine hiding place, I decided to try there first. And lo and behold, there you were. Aye, and judging by them soldiers as were pouring out of the city, I arrived not a moment too soon. Ha! Must have been fate that we happened to find you there, though, eh?
I had thought to look out for Alize, but 'twould appear she was the one watching over me. I've made such a mess of things.
And who might you be, young sir?
Pippin Taropin, Vice Marshal of the Immortal Flames.
Hey.
I had been on the Alamegan front these past few moons, but an urgent communication called me back to Uldar. Scarce had my boots touched the cobbles, though, when the streets erupted with cries of assassination. I immediately went in search of answers, and came across Master Alfino here. Needless to say, I did not think his imprisonment justified. The blame plainly lies with the Monitarists. Their greed and corruption are well known to me, but for them to take advantage of the situation with such alacrity...
Was that Pippin, you said? Ain't that the name of General Alden's lad?
Yes, I am his son. Adopted, of course. 'Twas only as we were leaving Uldar that I learned of father's fate. Once I have seen you a safe distance away, I mean to return to the city and extricate him from this madness.
Then you needn't travel no further than Blackbrush. Our fugitives have a friend waiting for them there.
I dreamed of bringing about Eorzea's salvation, but in the end, 'twas I who needed saving.
Gotta make sure that doesn't skip ahead, because now there's no talking apparently.
Them soldiers'll keep searching for a while yet. Reckon we'll take the carriage back towards Ul'dah and get the lay of the land, maybe provide a distraction if need be. You three wait here. Help be along shortly. Stay strong, friends, the real fight's to come. All right, let's go.
Okay, Central Thanellen. Gotta say, when they said that, oh, this is gonna be like a long cutscene, or a lot of cutscenes after each other. I think it's been like 20, almost 30 minutes ish. I'm not entirely sure how long it's been, but it's been a while at least. Jesus.
The most unassuming folk can prove to be our greatest allies. That fellow was but a passing merchant, yet he lent us aid without a moment's hesitation, or any hint of concern for his own safety. Though I can well imagine how a man could feel inspired to risk all in your presence. Father spoke often of you, Shauna, and long have I looked forward to our first meeting. Needless to say, this is not at all how I envisioned it.
A lot of emotions packed into 30 minutes. Oh yeah. Holy shit, I'm still semi trying to process what the hell just happened. Like, so much shit happened. Like, Nanamo's dead. Ul'dah has basically been put into Telegy, even though it seems like he's apparently dead, I guess. But the Monitarists now control Ul'dah. Raoban has been captured, possibly, and has lost an arm. The Crystal Blades has betrayed us. The Scions are either dead or possibly captured, and we are seemingly the only one who made it out of the Scions, except for Althano, but I don't know if he's technically a Scion or not. Yes, technically it could be considered a scion. Holy shit, a lot of stuff happened.
Master Alphinaud, you must not give in to despair. That would only play into our enemies' hands. So long as you and Shauna are free, we may still set things right.
I mean, at least they made sure that there wasn't like any boring moments during it. Just sat through it all trembling all. I mean, at least like they made sure to have like a slow build up of this whole thing like during the cutscenes. But when the ball started rolling, like when shit started hitting the fan, it hit the fan constantly. There was like no moment where it was like, oh, it's slightly boring, nothing is happening. Though, like, it was fucking intense the entire time. What the fuck?
Forgive me, Marshal Tarapin, but Alphinaud, my boy, sorry to keep you waiting.
Ah, Sid.
Sid, what are you doing here?
It's like the two bowling balls that crushed, I'm guessing a finger, sudden and hard. Yep. Ah, that crushed your fingers, sudden and hard. Yeah, I can understand that would be, very painful. And also, as you said, sudden and hard. Did you crush your fingers between two bowling balls? How? Like, the only way I can think of it is either somehow two bowling balls, like, rolling towards each other and you accidentally having your fingers between them, or it's like when you're at a bowling alley that there's the thing that basically sends the bowling balls back. You might have had like your hand down and then a new bowling ball came and basically just landed in the area where it's supposed to like be picked up.
Pulling you out of the fire, as usual. Your merchant friend told me everything.
Ah, the middle finger was trying to pick one up and got distracted by your friends. Told to you and suddenly the next one came. Okay, so it was basically the second thing with like the place that the bowling balls come up. Yeah, that must have hurt a lot. Jesus. So I seem to remember those things, like when they come, like when they return, they have a decent amount of speed on them. It's been a while since I've been out bowling though, but I seem to remember them like coming back with a pretty like decent amount of speed. Those things are fucking heavy.
Truly. Then he is no merchant but an angel in peddler's clothing. But tell us, how do you intend to bear our friends to safety? I hid the Enterprise but a short distance away. All I need is a destination. We must find a place beyond the reach of both the Monetarists and the Crystal Braves. That's. Ishgard will not suffer the intrusion of foreign forces in their territory.
The 4-hour bus ride home was fun, but you seem to having used all the cooling packs with you. I'm just wondering, but I'm guess what, like, was your finger broken, or was it just like really like, did it just like really hurt because it had been like bashed, or what? Because I'm not, I don't know if heavily bruised. Oh yeah, because I'm thinking like two bowling balls. I can see them breaking a finger, but they would have to like have a lot of force in that case, which I'm thinking that probably wouldn't be enough pain worse than a broken bone. Yeah, like that really also just sounds like a painful thing. Like whenever it comes to like the fingers, especially, that just hurts because you basically like it's really hard to not like move them afterwards. So if you're like, for example, bruised, it's kind of hard not to move your finger by accident, I feel like, which just makes it even more painful. Oh, that just sounds really uncomfortable, basically having like a bruised middle finger. Feels, I gotta say, I feel sorry for you about that having happened to you. Oh, that sounds uncomfortable. It's pretty much worse than the time you sliced your hand open by slipping on your scooter. That doesn't sound fun either. I think I've been pretty lucky with the, like personally in terms of injuries. I think the, don't even remember like what my worst injury has been. I don't really remember like 2 bad injuries that I've ever had. One was on my, actually I have had a few where it was like fell on my, like, see, I fell on my bike once where something happened and I basically flew over the handlebars, I think it's called, and would basically have like really hurt my head if I hadn't like a bike helmet on. At a swim course during that time, and didn't skip it at all, went into that water. The bandaged wound, ooh, that doesn't sound fun. I think probably the worst injury that I've had has been, like, was, let's see, it was when I was kind of young, and I basically had like a, I don't know what they're called, double bed. Don't know what they're actually called in English. Essentially like a bed on the bottom and then there's like something that holds up another bed on top. I don't know what they're called really. I can't think of the name right now. But I basically had that. There was a ladder that you could climb up to the top one, which I was sleeping on. Then there was like a bunk beds. Yeah, bunk beds. I basically had that as a child. Then there was a slide for some reason that you could also slide down. But for some reason, during the night, I think it was, I think I had to like go to the bathroom, and it was like, this was like when I was like 6 or 7. Like I was very old. Maybe I was even like 5. Yeah, the same bed. Yeah. But essentially, I think I had to go to the bathroom, and for some reason, I still don't know why. I think I was like just tired. I ended up walking just out into the air where the ladder was, and landed on my arm and basically broke a, I think it's called the collarbone on, I think it was my right arm, the collarbone on my right arm. So I basically had to have my arm in a sling for like some time. I think that's the worst injury I've had, which to be honest isn't really all that bad, because it was just a broken collarbone. So that was like, I guess I don't even know how long it was, weeks, month or 2 maybe for it to heal. I don't even know how long those things take to heal, because I think I've only ever broken 1 bone. Which I actually feel like is kind of surprising. I feel like a lot of people tend to like break things a lot more often. Yeah. I think the only other things that really have happened to me that's been like injury has been like falling on my bike. Like one time I ended up because at the time I was living home with my parents, and we had basically like a gravel road, like a 600-meter one, and I had to go to school, hit a rock or something, and bike basically just flew out from under me, and I basically just like, I think ripped a hole in my pants on like the knee, and it basically like had to basically take my bike home because I couldn't ride on it. It was bent basically, the steering wheel or the handlebars in terms of the wheels, so it was kind of fucked. And I basically had like blood all the way down my leg on the inside of the, like my pants, so that was fun. Yeah. For some reason I think I've gotten hurt the most on bikes. I think also like twice I've accidentally cut my finger just like slightly because of like a knife I got from my sister when she went to the US at one point. I ended up like sitting, playing with it. It was really sharp and it was like one of those that you can like fold out. And I accidentally like do something where it like closes and accidentally like cut the like, I don't even know what the fuck that's called, the part of the fingerprint on my thumb. That's basically what I ended up cutting like both times. Because I'm an idiot that keep doing the same thing. And still getting hurt by it.
That settles it. With me, everyone. Not I fear. I must remain here. I dare not abandon Ul'dah to the monetarists and their cronies. You may be certain that they will seek to defame you, both here and in the other city-states. But know that I shall do my utmost to thwart their every effort. Frankly, I do not expect it to be much of a challenge. The small folk will not turn so easily on the Warrior of Light and her allies, no matter what the monetarists claim. Marshal Tarapin, I know not what to say. Ha! Now that father would labor to believe. But enough talk, you must go, Master Alphinaud. Your airship awaits.
Kind of wondering if we're gonna have like a big set of cutscenes before the end of the game again.
Up. There's no rest for the righteous.
I feel like we aren't completely done. I'm guessing there's maybe like one more quest or something. So we still don't know what's happened to like Raoban or any of the others. I feel like it would kind of be a major cliffhanger if that wasn't like explained to us. Guessing he is heading back to the ironworks.
We should make for Camp Dragonhead and speak with Lord Orchiphant. Mayhap he will know what to do.
Okay, up to Orchiphant. So apparently, according to Enigma Solvar and from what I've seen on YouTube, apparently in the Japanese version of the game, he is extremely horny for us. Or at least that's what it seems like.
Master Alphinaud told me your tale, Shauna. It warms my heart that you should turn to me before all others, and I shall endeavor to deserve your trust.
JP Orchard cut you acting up. I mean, from what I've seen, like I've seen some like if an orgy in general got your heart. I can understand that. Like I've seen a few like comparisons of like very few cutscenes where it's like, okay, here's like the Japanese version and here's the English version, and holy shit, is he horny in like for the Warrior of Light in the Japanese version. Like, whoa.
Alas, the situation here has grown more complicated in your absence. 'Twould be best if I explained in full.
Okay. Ah, well done. Last quest as far as I know. 10,000 gil? Nice. Have you come to show me that chiseled body?
There has been word from
the capital. Ishgard has weathered another assault, and 'tis said several wyverns broke through into the city proper.
Just turn on auto res.
The temple knights succeeded in slaying the beasts, but the intrusion prompted orders to further strengthen the guard and to place the city under a perpetual state of alert. How keenly we feel the loss of our wards at the gates of judgment. Yet we must not bemoan our misfortune. Sir Emmerich is safely returned from Ul'dah, and once more leads the defense of Ishgard. As for the matter of your asylum, I am afraid no progress will be made until the threat to our nation is diminished. But do not despair. You are not without allies. You are more than welcome to shelter here for as long as you wish. Pray, think of it as a new headquarters of sorts. The Falling Snows, or some such. All frivolity aside, any who come here in search of you will receive no aid from House Fortom. For once, the Ishgardian reputation for inhospitality shall work in our favor. Agents of Ul'dah will find their every inquiry dismissed, and their every request for entry rebuffed, until such time as their masters have acknowledged your innocence. You once fought to preserve the honor of my dear friend. 'Tis a blessing that I may now repay that debt in kind. But let us dwell no more on this. Pray, join the rest of your companions. 'Tis bitterly cold this day. I suspect there are those who might welcome the warmth your presence brings.
Okay. But hard. Guessing they're over here. Ah, yep, and one. English still flirts with you sometimes. True, but it's like less like in your face in a way. It's like, have you come to show me that chiseled body? That is like, okay, yeah, that is like straight up flirting. But like in English, it's a lot more subtle. Feels like. Okay. Several cutscene scenes will play in sequence. Okay. Mission time. So they do that again. Nice. Another like 20-30 hour movie. Boy, does he not judge between boy and girl? Indeed he doesn't. Which is completely fine in my book. I mean, it would also be... I have to say, it is also kind of hard to basically like make it so that, oh, he distinguishes between boy and girl, because then it would basically be like, yeah, we need to like come up with dialogue for both cases. in that case, especially in terms of voice acting stuff, which would just be like more work. And I feel like that would probably be a bit too much in this case, because it kind of needs to be like same experience for both, like whether or not you play boy or girl in this game. I mean, they had to make every cutscene Lalafell friendly. True. But I feel like in that case, it's more just like, I don't know, camera angles, or I actually don't know. Do they sometimes place Lalafells on items to like make them taller or something in cutscenes? Because otherwise, if they're like standing on the floor, in some cases they could, like the camera would basically be like, okay, not in your experience, all right. But yeah, I mean, they kind of need to like do it for every race, but I feel like in terms of dialogue, it's probably just easier to just be like, yeah, it needs to be the same for both guy and girl characters, no matter which one you pick. I mean, he doesn't really care about race either, so at least I'm assuming he doesn't care about which race you play. So Archfed, he's good in my book. He likes everything. He doesn't care. He's just horny. Okay. Okay, and this is actually not voice acted. It's annoying you can't put housing vendors on furniture. We have to put our FC to a merchant outside of the reception because you can't put her on her stool. I'm guessing it's because she's a Lalafell, I'm assuming. I guess that's a bit unfortunate. I don't actually know if this could be the case, but could you maybe like... I don't know if this would work, but I know that in... Well, I think it's like one of the rooms in my FC, there's basically one that was made like a small cafe of sorts. At one point they basically like put a... I think it was like a cupboard somewhat into the floor in order to basically like raise the... to like make a raised area that you could stand on. That maybe work. Don't know if it would work, but I know that they did it in order to basically make it so that a Mikota, who was basically dressed as a maid and was like the person selling stuff, was so that she could basically like stand a bit taller, because yeah, she was kind of half hidden behind the desk or the bar, I guess.
Alphanod? Shauna? Is it really you?
Satoru. Hey.
I'm so happy that you are.
You did have had the plan of making a bar, though now it's changed to construction of a resistance headquarters. I mean, you can still have a bar at a resistance headquarters. Just saying. Nothing that says that there can't be that.
I tried contacting Minfilia and the others, but no one would respond.
But I guess it kind of depends on how much space is actually there, because it's like a small room in like an FC, like one of those small rooms. It might be a little bit more difficult. They have a decent amount of space, but it is kind of limited.
And then Crystal Braves, our own people, turned on us in the marketplace. Flamin told me to run, and so I did. I ran and I ran until my lungs burned and my feet ached. But I lost my way, and then...
Fortunately, I had observed some of the braves behaving suspiciously beforehand.
Yay!
Yes, my mask. It was lost in the struggle.
Kitty, and we see her without her mask now.
Pretty, isn't she? Anyway, after Yujiri found me, we traveled to Vesper Bay and met up with Urianger. When we told him what had happened, he used his magics to weave a glamour around the waking sands. From the outside, our old headquarters now looks like an abandoned storehouse. The transformation didn't take long, either. Apparently, Urianger started making preparations after the Imperial attack, just in case the Empire ever chose to pay us another visit. Good thinking, eh? Sorry, where was I? Oh yes, so we waited there at the Waking Sands, hoping others would come, but no one else did. My people are searching for the other Scions even as we speak, but we have met with no success as yet. I had hoped that you might be able to suggest further places to look. But you should know, the Rising Stones did not share the Waking Sands' good fortune. Only Crystal Braves await you there. Be that as it may, we yet have cause to hope, do we not? If the two of you escaped, it is not impossible that the others could have done so as well. You may have been forsaken by men and women believed true, but rest assured that the people of Doma yet stand with you. We welcome this opportunity to repay our debts, and shall continue our efforts to locate the others and see the Scions restored to their rightful place of honor.
Tis all my doing.
My doing.
Second.
I believed myself the only one who truly understood Eorzea's woes, and look what that arrogance has wrought. I gave commands, influenced governments with my certainty. I treated the Crystal Braves, and even the Scions themselves, as pawns in my great scheme to save the realm. But in my headlong rush into imagined glory, I paid no heed to the ground upon which I trod. The salvation of Eorzea. What was it that I hoped to achieve? Did I believe that I could rid the realm of every danger and difficulty? That I could defeat the Empire and the Ascians, and find homes for every refugee? Oh yes, I was so very clever. Become a guardian of Eorzea, I implored, and sat back to watch my perfect army cleanse the land of chaos. 'Twas all but a means to feed my own vanity. Only when all is lost do I finally realize the truth.
Oh, Alphino.
So, Master Alphino, are you content to remain a broken blade? Is there no flame hot enough to reforge you? What of the fine companions who yet stand at your side? I dare say the fires of their determination will soon have you slicing the air again with your customary wit.
I hardly deserve such friendship. And besides, where are we to go?
About the Alfie, really? Yeah. We had the best intentions. It kind of failed, but really his fault completely.
Alphino, if I may? Should this place not serve our purpose, then we shall go to Ishgard. Minfilia told me many times, as long as we stand fast against despair, the beacon of hope will never be lost to sight. Be it in the snow or in the clouds, we few will see that the dawn's light shines again.
You are right, Tataru. Thank you. And thank you for your kind words, Lord Orchefort. 'Tis true that Eorzea yet has her guardians. The Scions have achieved much, and 'twould be remiss of me to discard it all in a fit of self-pity. Let us then resume our journey, together, one step at a time.
Okay, credits. Did honestly not expect that to appear. How did I find Realm Reborn? Pretty good. At some points there were a little bit quests that were a little bit annoying, but that's like that's quest related. Like just like, hey, go this place. Talk to one person. Oh yeah, now you need to go return. But there's not much you can do about that, I guess, and it's more just like slight annoyances. But in terms of story, I liked it. There were a few places where it like got a little bit confusing with things. I can't really like think of the exact parts, but overall I like the story. I mean, compared to what it apparently was back in the first version of Final Fantasy XIV, this is after all like vastly better. I don't know if in terms of like story, but gameplay wise, it's apparently a lot better. I'm just wondering, do I have to sit and watch the entire credits specifically, or is it possible to skip them or something? Because, like, is there cutscenes after this? Or what? Because some games tend to have something where like, there's like, oh you skipped the cutscene. Well, there's a or you skip the credits. Oh yeah, there's a cutscene built into the credits that you need to like watch the entire credits. I can skip. There's something that will come up after I skip. Okay. Then I'll just skip. After all, I can always watch this afterwards. Ah. Cutscenes.
All has been arranged as you desired, my lord.
Or Raubon. Kind of wondering why didn't they play these before the credits? Let's just do that.
Gabriel's is no more. The ardor was not his to invoke. His demise was of his own making. Nevertheless, it concerns me. They have extinguished that which should rightly be eternal. Mayhap he was not wholly mistaken. Greater haste may be warranted. We are of one mind. The northern lands, then. The earth is fertile, and the seeds well sown. By my will, they shall reap salvation unlike any the world has known. By his will. By his will. I have answered thy summons, emissary. Speak and make thine intent known.
What? What? Orianji? What the fuck? What?
I would speak of fate, Archon. Yours, mine, the fate of this very star.
Why is he there? What? The fuck?
Thou thinkest...
Thou thinkest sanctuary lieth beyond. Delusion, despair, death. Thou shalt find naught else here.
Observe the dawn's light, the heroes joineth or journeyed north. Their hearts filled with hope, eyes fixed heavensward. Title drop. Or at least of the next expansion. Turn the achievement like my left arm. Oh my god. Why that one? Why? Seriously? My left arm. The first thing that comes to mind there is just like, oh, my left arm. Rauban lost his fucking left arm. How is that fucking okay? That right there is not okay. Yeah. We're done with the Realm Reborn's quest then. Yeah. It's been almost like 2 hours. Alright, so I have to say, my plan was to basically stop streaming. Like, I've been thinking for a while that I kind of wanted to stop streaming Final Fantasy as like my main game on Switch, because I was like finish Realm Reborn and then like play the rest of the expansions on my own time because it would basically go faster. I was thinking like, hey, maybe I'll be bit more interesting for me to just like go through it at my own pace. But now I'm kind of thinking like maybe I should keep streaming the story, because I believe I've heard that essentially from Heaven's Word onward the story gets way better. And I'm also hoping that, I'm assuming that they have like made sure that the quests aren't as annoying with like, hey, go this place. Oh, you came here? Yeah, go back to where you just came from. It's worth to keep streaming. Yeah. I'm definitely thinking of continuing with continue with the story. It's like I was kind of thinking essentially that if I stopped streaming Final Fantasy 14 as like the main thing, because I was kind of thinking like starting on another game, but then have Final Fantasy as a thing that I would stream like Fridays for like, let's do a like fishing stream where I have like a media request on. I don't know why, I just had that as an idea a while back. Or, hey, let's do a day where I basically just like go around and get like blue mage spells. Like random shit that I could just do that would be maybe be a little interesting. But now I'm thinking maybe I just want to continue with the story, because I was essentially thinking that, oh, after I finish like Heaven's Sword or Stormblood or Shadowbringers or whatever, I always have like New Game Plus basically stream it through, but I wouldn't get the like actual proper reaction to it, because in terms of like the story, I basically know nothing. The only things I know are from a few trailers that I watched like way before that, like way before I actually even thought about playing the game. So I know a very small amount of things. I think even some of them might have like shown up when, like in the, what's that called again? Maybe during the like, hey, here's a, like on the title screen when it like sits there for like what, 1.5 minutes or something, and it just goes, hey, here's this expansion, this like trailer intro movie thing. I might also have seen like clips of that, so there is some things that I know happens, but it's like very minor things, and I don't have any context for it. But yeah, I am definitely thinking of possibly continuing with Heaven's Sword, streaming that. It will take some time though before I actually end up finally finishing up everything, because I usually after all only stream for like 4 hours a day. For you, Heaven's Ward began slow but ramped it up with the story, really. Okay. Yeah. I'm kind of thinking of probably ending the stream today, because I feel like I don't really want to get like only 2 hours into Heaven's Ward and then stop the stream, because yeah, and I can't really think of anything else to do, so I'm kind of thinking of possibly just ending the stream today with only a 2-hour one, and then try and think of what I want to do. Like, I basically have two choices. Either do I have any crafting classes to level? I mean, currently the only one that isn't like at 50 is fishing. And to be honest, I haven't even fished any fish. This is all just gotten through, what's it called again? Provisioning missions that I did. Just for the hell of it, because I had like, I just bought like a fish. I think it was mainly because I wanted to get serpent seals, because I needed them for stuff. What about saucer? I mean, I do have stuff that I could technically do at the saucer. I guess I could go there. There's like haven't done the daily mini cactus pot. I guess I could go and do that. The regalia? The car? Yep. I have everything from the Final Fantasy XV event. Basically just all the clothes, the hair, all the soundtracks, and also the regalia, of course. I just gotta wait for things to load in. So we have 3 there. I basically just usually use a website to try and help a little bit with this. Okay. We don't have a gang pot, or at least not the big one. I usually use a website to try and help, like, figuring out what the best road to pick be. But sometimes it isn't the best thing. So 9, and then it's just either that one or that one. So 8. That's a 6, so we don't have a cactus pot either. Do we have like that? 3, 8, 8, 2. Oh, 10k. Nice. I don't actually know what I could really get at this point in terms of... Oh wait, it's Friday. I completely forgot about that. That means if I could jump over to... Where's that stuff? There it is. Report in my company, or my tree companies thing. I'm basically wondering if I can get the like fashion leader title, perhaps. I can't really see this picture all that well. Okay, let's see here. So in order to get it today, I need to use Culinarian's hat because I have access to that. Whether it's Shepherd's tunic, be an option. There's brand new gloves, but those necessarily work. Looks like I could potentially get 100 pretty easily. Let's see. Possibly. Let's see. I need a dyeable weapon, a dyeable headpiece, weapon, shepherd's tunic. I love your FC. This dude your frenemies with just walked up to you and give you plushies and bread and 6,969 gil. 69 gil. just to wish you a happy marriage. Nice. I have to say, I also really love my FC. Essentially, they're weird. They have a lot of memes, and let's just say they are extremely horny. Like they are an extremely like RP heavy FC, which is kind of weird for me because I don't really do RP. Do know my FC, no worries. Okay, so you do know about Gang Gang on the light server. Seriously, this group is fucked. Like, I'm surprised by how big this thing is, and the thing is, they keep like kicking people out that are like offline for too long. Like, I think yesterday, when I was playing, at some point there was just like, okay, here's like 15 people that just just got the message in, or where the message just appeared in like chat, like, yeah, this person has been kicked from your FC, this person has been kicked, this person has been kicked. Simply because they were offline for like 2 weeks. They weren't the like a high enough rank. Okay, casual purging, yep. But I mean, it kind of makes sense that they would basically just be like, yeah, you haven't been on for like 2 weeks, and you haven't given a notice that you're gonna be gone for 2 weeks. Yeah, you're just gonna get kicked. Because at that point, you don't know if the person has like quit the game or what. Because I mean, they basically just take up the space in the FC, and they have at times been like, I think almost I think they've almost been at like max capacity at a few times. For you, you're part of the rank 2 FC in Moogle. Okay. Okay, let's see here. I need to buy some stuff in order to basically get the fashion leader title. Let me see here. I need a few things. So I might as well just one happy family that is overthrown by your Lalafelian resistance. Nice. Okay, let's see. I need Snow White dye. I'm basically just trying to get this guide to getting the 100 points for today, or for this week's fashion thing. Let's see. Dyeable weapon. This one can be dyed. Good. Where do I get blue, purple? Is that something I can maybe craft? Nope. Where do I get blue, purple then? Let's see here. Blue, purple dye. It's just gotten from the normal vendors, it seems. Okay, so it seems like I need to go possibly to Ulba to have most of these things available to me. And I also need to get the brand new gloves, which I think is in my What's that called again? My storage chest, I guess, in my in-room. Let's see, I need to go to our exchange. Alright, so I seem to remember. Is it you? Yep. So it should be like gloom purple. One of those. Then I need Kieran brown dye, which is apparently gotten from the Sylvic vendor. From all I can see, so I need to go and get that. Need a dyeable headpiece. And hempen shepherd's tunic. Do you sell that stuff? Shepherd's tunic, and then leather duck bells, apparently. Would be nice if this page was actually better quality. I guess I can just check the Reddit version though. I can barely see what the hell it says. That's way higher quality, okay. Let's see. Leather duck bills. Padded leather duck bills there. Or padded, rather. Go under Discipline of War. I do have those that doesn't really say anything after all. And they can also be crafted by leather workers. That's I could also just craft the duck bills. That's actually not what I wanted. Do I have them anywhere? Nope. Guess I'll just craft them instead of trying to find them there. Was it peppermint cloth? One of them. Work. Nice. Okay, then I need the brand new gloves, and for that I need to go to Adventurers Guild because they're in my storage thing. Then I need to go to... what is that called again? Oh yeah, the Sylphs. Because of that, I can brown dye. Let's see, it was brand new gloves. Just doing that. It could take maybe just have like just supply the mask glamour, but eh. Just this, and I need, what's that, 3 of those, and brown dye. I hope I can buy them at least. And over there. Should be right here. Why did I not see that? Hold on. Why can I not get that? Let me just quickly check the wiki and see what it says. Where is it? Here in brown dye. It says something vendor. But only when friendly. Of course, that's why. What's my reputation with them again? Recognized. Damn it. And that means I need to get it next stage. Well, yes, that means I can just go ahead and do some of these now. Just trying to get my rep up. Hopefully I can do that before Tuesday. I think I read somewhere like the amount of days it took to like rank up the different reputations. You're banging, alright. Let's see, what does it say I need to do here? Okay, it was just a shifty person there. Well, maybe I should actually just go to a damage dealer, although maybe you know my mage might actually do more damage now that I think about it. Basically just leveling crafting now since you're at the start or beginning of Stormblood. Okay. Procrastinating it for now since you have your in-game wedding tomorrow. Ah, okay. Congratulations. Congratulations. I think it was like a week ago. Yes, that was at my first wedding in Final Fantasy. It was for like 2 people in my FC. They of course invited basically everyone from the FC to it. Especially fucking giant turkey in the middle of the woods. Yeah, if they're not suspicious. Let's see, I need to go over here. And mysterious self. Them. Steal deep spring water from hostile sylphs. To use these things in order to continue the doing the disguise or invisibility, I guess. There's one over here. Like that my like red panda is just completely visible. Despite the fact that I'm personally just completely like transparent. So get over there. I don't think I need buff anymore. Got the condor. Okay, so what is it that I need to kill in here? Those. And of course that one is tied to... What is it? That one. Can't really see which one it's tied to. I basically just want to kind of fight the least amount of enemies as possible. Okay, that's really gonna work. Or maybe it does, because apparently these enemies are completely blind. Okay. Go up there, Ward Ringer. What are the moon spores? What that is? Ah. And then it's over here. Okay, then most of these done. I need to pick up some pumpkin bombs, apparently. The entrance of the Sylphlands. I'm guessing I need to throw those somewhere. And place wild vegetables around the Hawthorne hut. I think I'm supposed to find luminous moongrass in order to get them back. Yep. I'm hoping that I could avoid fighting these. Okay. You know what? Might as well just teleport down there. I guess since I can't really get the Kieran Brown Eye unless I actually go out and like buy it. The market board. Won't be able to get the reward on. Actually, I might actually still be able to do that. Since one of the items was after all the Lunarian's head, and I do have that after all. Maybe I can. This the thing that I was looking at was basically just the easy way of getting it. Although now that I think about it, it would also be a slight problem because I need to find some other gloves. Since I'm pretty sure I can't use the Culinarian's head with the brand new gloves. Can't. Discipline of War. Doesn't work. Where's the last? I forgot about that. Could potentially be stuff inside. Yep. Okay, and back to the cells. Okay, what's my reputation with them now? 144. And let's see. I get each day I get 3 quests. Gives 14 rep plus another 3 quests that give 30 in total. That's 72. 360 minus 144 is 216 divided by 72. That is 3. So 3 days before I can get the Kieran Brown dye. Or at least buy it normally. I can maybe, actually I'm not sure, can I even, could it even be traded to other people? Seems like it. I could potentially go and see what it costs on the market board. think I just need to quickly answer a message from my sis regarding when I'm basically just going down to my parents tomorrow, because we need to basically coordinate that. Because, yeah, we need to basically just do that. Let's see if we can basically get 3 buckets of Kieran brown dye. If I can get that, that means I can basically get, or should in theory, get the fashion leader title. Let's see here. Kieran. Brown dye. That's expensive. Can I maybe get a smaller amount? Let's go with this. Alright. That means I now have... See, I have my Embon's Shepherd's tunic, brand new gloves, and leather. And where are they? Oh wait, they get added over here. The duck bills. We need a hat that can be dyed, as well as a weapon that can be dyed. And it seems like I only have one weapon that can be dyed currently. That one. Unless we can quickly buy a weapon that might be able to be dyed. Then I just need a hat and some pants that I can also dye different color. Basically thinking of maybe seeing if I can get pieces of from here. And which gear perhaps. Is it that? Stable. And then I would probably also, yep, you can also get this thing. Which can also apparently be dyed. That would end up being what? Not too bad, to be honest. So yeah, I guess we can go for those two. That will also allow me to equip the brand new gloves after all. That one. Plus it'll also just boost my damage as Samurai, I guess. Also, I just remembered it was white, Snow White dye that needs to dye the helmet. Oh well. What's it? Some here. Guess I could maybe get one more item from this, but you know what? Yeah. Okay, let's make that default. Back to Gold Saucer. This way. Okay, let's see here. I need to equip. Have that one equipped. Good. Put that one on. I might as well just. That's. And this and. This. And this needs to be dyed. Boom purple. This one needs to be Snow White. Yep. Chest piece, Cairn, brown. Wearing the gloves, so you can't be dyed. Oh yeah, I need paints that I can dye. Do I have any? I can equip. I'll take those. Oh, well, sure, let's go with those. Oh wait, those wouldn't work because they're already actually, yeah, wait, it would work. Just any dyeable piece of clothing, that's right. Dye these, get Cairn brown. Okay, let's see if I can get the 100 points. This fucking ensemble of clothing that just looks weird as fuck. The fact that this apparently is simple chef is fucking insane. Cooking up a storm in tunic, hand in long glove, paying the duck bills. Fuck. What the fuck? What the fuck is this cutscene? Okay. They're here now. Took a little bit. I mean, we also have. Why did I get all the? What the? When did I get all of these fucking titles? What the fuck? I remember having like, I don't know, 5, 6 titles last time I looked. Now I have like, what, 17? What? Like, I remember having Deck Holder, Gambler, King's Glaive, the Postwoman, Part of the Party, Serpent Lady, and I believe the White. I guess I got that one from getting every crafter to 50. Tales of War, Tales of Magic, Tales of the Hand. I'm guessing that's for completing the different quest lines. For the different classes to a certain point or something. I don't know. Also, that's for quest. Icebreaker. Quest, I guess. Silver Lining, that's also quest. The ones for just completing Realm Reborn. Then this one now for doing this. Apparently I should be able to buy some new things from this person. Or maybe it's not yet. Apparently it's like based on the amount of points you've accumulated over time. Oh well. Got that done at least, so that's nice. Okay, we're about to hit the 3-hour mark now in terms of the stream. I'm wondering if there's anything else I can really do that wouldn't require too much work. I can't really think of anything that I really want to do right now that wouldn't take a long time to do, or that would rather just like dedicate an entire stream or a few streams to doing. So maybe I'll just go ahead and end the stream here. You know what? Yeah. Let's just do that. Guess I'll just end the stream here and then try and figure out what I want to do in terms of like the next game, like, or whether or not I want to continue with Final Fantasy XIV or go over to maybe a different game, or maybe just could also make it so that I start playing a different game at the same time, but then maybe do like longer streams with Final Fantasy where it's maybe like 8-hour streams, but maybe like only do it twice a week or something. Guess I'll have to figure that out. But I mean, I do have like until Sunday or maybe Monday if I decide to maybe take Sunday off from streaming. Like, I do have a little bit of time to basically figure that out. because I'm definitely considering continuing with playing Final Fantasy, maybe just streaming it, because the story is honestly really proven to me now that, like, especially with these ending cutscenes, that this is a good story. Oh boy. Yeah. I need to figure out who to host, and we have 3 candidates in terms of people that I follow. We have, and 2 of them basically play the same game right now. We have Enigma Solivar with Metroid Dread, and we have Rain of Ace Jr. with Metroid Dread. And we also have Joecat, who is currently playing some also Final Fantasy A Realm Reborn main story quest. I don't exactly know where it is he is in the main story, but it seems like he's at a point where he's having a conversation with Raban. I'm not entirely sure where it is. It's where they basically talk about the whole, like, Telechi wanting the Cardano flats and all that stuff. It's a little bit back in terms of where we were, but apparently there's supposed to be a glamour contest at 4 CST. The hell is 4 CST? Apparently in 2 hours, I guess. I think. I mean, I don't really. Joker is written like that it's CST, but I don't really see how you can do it in that amount of time unless he's going through this really fast. I mean, I don't think he needs to do any of the raids, potentially. He can maybe also skip the dungeons, I think. Maybe. I'm not entirely sure. Because he's basically doing it in, like, New Game Plus. So I don't know how that works, if you need to do the dungeons. Or if you can just, like, skip parts of it. You know what? Let's just go with Joecat. Let's just host him. So yeah, basically tomorrow there's not gonna be a stream. There usually isn't on Saturdays anyway for me. Sunday maybe there's gonna be a stream, but I'm not sure yet. I need to sort of figure out. Let's see. I need to sort of figure out what I want to do in terms of, like, the streams. If I want to just purely do Final Fantasy routine. If I want to basically stop doing it and just do it, like, occasionally. Or if I want to do the whole, like, split where it's like play one game and I also play Final Fantasy 14. And then I also need to figure out, like, what days do I play it and what days do I not play it. So I need to figure that out so I actually have, like, a schedule of that. So I think that might be a good idea. But yeah. I guess this will just be end of the stream. So thanks Nerdy for dropping by. And yeah, anyone else that might be watching the stream that hasn't said anything but just here, thanks for dropping by. And yeah, I guess that's basically it. I guess I'll see you guys Sunday, and if not, then Monday. And yeah, I guess until the next time, guys, I'll see ya.